my phone holder.
Your foot?
Mine's usually I think I did that last time on myself. Just had my foot off to the side.
It's perfect.
That's so funny. All right. Welcome to Plot Twist Please, where we sip, flip, and spill the tea on books and booze. I'm Susanna.
I'm Cass.
I'm Beth. So today's episode cocktail is the Exorcists Garden. Dark but sweet, a hint of fizz, and slightly tart, like a potion brewed by scholar botanist by candlelight.
It's delicious.
Amazing. It's actually so good.
Spectacular. Give me 14 of them right now.
It's really good.
It's
Yeah.
actually maybe one of my favorites.
Yeah. I think the Highway was my favorite for effects. This is my favorite for taste.
This one was
Yeah.
pretty
I
good.
don't know what kind of effects this is going to have yet, but
This one is, well, it's got 1.5 ounces of vodka and a half ounce of the liqueur.
I don't know what that means. Is it going
So it's like, what is it? 2 ounces of alcohol?
Yeah.
It's your standard cocktail.
to... All right. All right. Before we begin and get into the context of today's podcast episode, what are you guys reading?
Always practice safe hex.
Let me guess. It's spicy.
Yes. It's part of the paranormal series that I'm reading, the Stay a Spell series that follows like the sister witches. But I do like that she always has a punny name for each book. But I
Yeah.
swear each book gets better. Like I read a book, I'm like, no, this one's my favorite.
I want to read
And then I'll
these.
start the next one. I'm like, no, this one's my favorite. And I'm only like,
How many books are there?
There's 6, I think. But there
Okay.
is like a Christmas special.
Are they short?
Around like 300 pages.
Not bad.
This one's I think 380. The series is by Juliet Cross. I know I've talked because I think I did like the Witches Get Stitches.
Yes.
Yeah, you talked about it last time. Yeah.
So I've read another one since in between that one, but they are quite delectable.
I am wanting to try to read some of them, but I think the fact that it's a 6-book series is kind of making me a little hesitant to tip my toes.
So they're super fast reads, which I like. They do not take very long and they're super easy reads. You don't have any crazy world building with them, you know what I mean? Like, so you don't have to like pay like super close attention, but like I found them a really nice read while I've been moving because I can like jump in, devour 10% like no problem.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that I wouldn't say it's like an intense 6-book series. You could read each book on their own, but there are tidbits in each one that kind of interlap. And the one thing that is kind of nice is that you start to get other people's stories in some of the earlier books. So for example, I'm reading about the sister Livy and a Grimm named Gareth, and his cousin is also a Grimm, and then Livy's sister Clara is like, she's kind of like the youngest sister, super bubbly. Henry is like super dark, but you're kind of starting to get like little tidbits of them in it. Or like, so for example, like he definitely has a crush on Clara, and Gareth in the book was like trying to like set him up with Clara, and he's like, oh, you guys should watch this movie together, and Henry was just pretty much just like shut it down, and then Clara was like, oh, and then she like left, and Henry just like, they describe him as like he puts his hands on his head and then just hits his head against the table like just like an idiot, like
Moron.
yeah. And Gareth was like, I was trying to help you out there, and then it's not the next book, but the book after is I believe Clara and Henry.
Oh, okay.
So you kind of get these little like things that are going on in other people's relationships, and which is kind of nice because then when you're not just jumping into that person's story, you kind of know a little bit of what's been going on up until that point. And there is overlaps in the story too. So some of the stories will be going on simultaneously.
Okay. Nice. I've been really into like the not super intense fantasy books recently. I have a few on my TBR. I think The Night and the Moth. I have The Dagger and the Flame. I think that's what the book's called. And then some other fantasy books, but they're just so big and information dense. I just don't think I can wrap my head around that right now.
Yeah.
I mean, now would actually be a good time to read some of these, especially because it is leading up like through Halloween into like Christmas, because there is like the Christmas story, which I think is technically 3.5, but they're all kind of like mini stories of couples in it. So you don't have to read it really at the same time as everything else. So you could read this and then finish. I'm planning on finish because like at that point we'll be out of spooky season. And so I can finish this series with the Christmas special.
How lovely.
You don't have to read it, Cass. You could just read
I'm
the
not
rest
going
of the
to.
series. So technically, it's only a 5-book series.
There we go.
You guys know I'm reading The Assistant to the Villain or something like
Yes.
that right now.
Yeah.
I love it so much. I'm actually reading it really slow because I don't want to finish it.
Oh,
That's a good book.
And I didn't realize this when I first started it, but it also has his point of view, like the villains.
Yep.
And I love it. I love a good male main character point of view.
Yeah.
So I definitely think you guys should read it
Oh, I
when you
probably
get a
will.
chance.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah.
What are you reading, Cass?
I think the last episode, I had just started Unhinged, but then we took a break to read the book that we read together. So now I'm finishing Unhinged. I'm about 82%. So almost done.
Close.
Do you like it so far?
I do. It's not my favorite.
Has there been some spice?
There has been.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did it take to get there?
About 40%.
Okay.
Which was kind of like, for a book that's only 296 pages, I was like, huh. And it's called Unhinged. So I was like maybe expecting a little more unhinged behavior before that. But
I will say, like, in the Always Practice Safe Hex, there is like a hint of spice at 3%. But other than that, there's like a lot of lustful yearning.
right up Susie's alley.
Yeah.
Love a good yearn.
Yeah. But the spice is coming. I know.
It does come.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Amazing.
She has some pretty good spicy scenes.
I'll be waiting for some spice checks from those books then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
better,
have any?
put those
Have
in
you
your
been
back pocket.
highlighting?
I can't remember if I highlighted any in the last one. I've also been like, I think almost brain dead when I've been reading them at the end of the day from unpacking.
You're just like, I can't. I don't even have the effort or the energy to highlight.
I have stayed up later than I literally have like been like, okay, I'm going to read for like 10, 15 minutes. And I feel just brain dead. But I was like, but I need this.
But I need this for
And then next thing you know, it's
myself.
like an hour later. And I'm just like, it's just like, sucks you in.
I've been staying up till like 1 a.m. the last couple nights, and I regret it. I don't know what's going on with me. I can't sleep, but I go to bed late, and then I wake up at like 4:35, and then can't go back to sleep.
That's the worst.
Yeah. So I'm on my period, overtired. It's not a good time.
No,
Don't recommend.
not a good time. And we lost a mic holder thing.
That was the cherry on top. As you can, if you're watching on YouTube, you see that my mic stand has been stolen from me.
Yes.
Because I ordered one, so then we all had one, and the little U thing that's on Beth and Cass's mics.
Oh, I bopped the mic.
That's okay. You bopped it. That's
did.
right. It's gonna happen.
Yep.
I can't find the third one, so I was scouring the house all day today, and it made me so mad. I hate when things are not where I leave them.
It literally, I remember seeing one for the longest time right there. It was like down here.
Yeah, I had both of them down there.
Yeah.
I've moved them so many times, so maybe I just misplaced it or something.
There's
It had to have been, just put somewhere, and then I always put things somewhere being like, oh, I'll find this here. This makes sense.
And then you never find it
yeah,
again.
and then later I'm like, I put that somewhere.
But where?
Exactly. That was like Nate when, okay, so he got a parking ticket because he went to park on like a side street since there's no spaces in like visitors parking. We have one driveway. My car goes there naturally, and he has to park at the back of the complex, but there's no spaces. So he parked on the side of the street, didn't realize that he wasn't allowed to park there on that side during that time of the month.
Yeah.
And he went out there and got like $100 ticket, I think, or a $30 ticket. I don't know.
It is always
Parking
like,
tickets, I think, are 30, no?
30 maybe there. My mom got a $100 one parked outside of our house.
oh,
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's in a laneway, maybe?
yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
No park zone.
so he got this ticket. He was so mad that he put it on the table. And I clear that table a lot because I don't want junk on it while we film, because people will be able to see my stuff.
My purse is sitting there.
That's okay.
And the bottle of vodka.
Junk, I mean like
And Beth's jacket.
that stuff is fine. It's the random papers and boxes. So he
Came
had
like a
his
hurricane.
The wrecking ball.
parking
That.
ticket there. Then he let it sit and sit and sit. So I put it
For me, it's things
on
that
that chair.
sit there.
Yeah.
Zach will tell you, I've created these little places for Zach to put his things, but then he fills those things and then it overflows, and then he starts putting his things around it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
So that dresser, we got a dresser that goes by the front door, and I was like, this little drawer is yours.
Yeah.
Your stuff can go in the drawer, so I don't have to see it.
Yeah.
And then once
Yeah.
you run out of space, that's it.
That's all you
I hate
get.
seeing the things that don't belong to me.
Yeah, well, it's like, it's someone else's mess that you have to just like stare at.
And it
Yeah.
makes your eyes twitch.
Yeah, and it's the first thing people see when they come up my stairs. I don't want a messy table. So I put it, like I had a bunch of papers I had to go through. I don't typically throw it out. I put it on like the seat so you can see it on the table. It was hidden under the seat, but I forgot I put it there. So when the day before the ticket was due, he's like, oh crap, I still have to pay that parking ticket.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, oh, where is it? Is it upstairs in your office? And he's like, no, you touched it. Like, you probably threw it out because you throw out everything. I'm like, I didn't throw that out. So we're looking for the ticket. He's mad because I moved it. I'm mad because I thought he was irresponsible for leaving it to the day it was due, basically.
It's true.
He didn't agree with that. And so we got in this huge spat that whole morning, pissed off at each other. And then I found it right there.
Tucked
and I was
in
like,
there.
see, I didn't throw it out.
But you put it there.
I did put it there. I did.
It was very much me.
It's very much me. So we resolved that conflict and we said, we were both to blame.
How mature of you.
I went to your mom first to complain, and then I was like, yeah, we're both to blame.
Yeah, I think that's
There's definitely that's definitely a everybody sucks here.
equal parts blame.
Yes. I'm just not going to Reddit for that situation. We resolved it pretty quick.
Yeah. Today we're diving into the dark academia book The Exorcism of Faeries by J.L. Vampa. It's set in 1993 at Trinity College in Dublin, Ireland.
I've been
Jealous.
lucky.
The story introduces, okay, how do you say her name? Ariadne?
That's how I said it.
Yeah,
Ariadne.
I didn't bother to try to pronounce it in my head.
Atta is what they refer to her throughout the entire book.
Yeah.
Moro. She's the daughter of morticians and she's studying botany. Meanwhile, her professor in morbid anatomy, Sonder Murdoch, teaches her and he becomes central to the unfolding mystery. Troublingly, a strange plague had appeared in Dublin. People and corpses were showing signs of strange flora growing in organs and general horror that blends folklore with medicine.
So this is your little spoiler disclaimer. There are going to be spoilers in this episode. Since we are covering a brief overview of the book, if you've not read it, stop listening now. Go read the book.
Yeah,
then come back.
Now onto a summary where the spoilers will lay. So
Here they come.
Yeah.
Okay. Atta becomes entangled with a secret society at Trinity College, a masked autonomous group. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Through Sonder investigating the bodies that bear the bloom of the so-called plague. She's working morgue shifts, doing autopsies on bodies with black veins, strange fungi, and what looks like a supernatural infection, something beyond medical science. She sneaks out corpses from her job to bring to the society. In exchange, she gets Anatomy. In exchange, she gets anatomy tools so she can continue her own research. At the same time, she experiences visions, migraines, hallucinations of fairy woods, and more. Oh my lord.
I fucked that. Bro, damn.
I retire.
Just breathe.
I'm out.
The Fae are revealed to be more than lore. They can be oh my.
Are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Are you good?
Having a stroke. The Fae are revealed to be more than lore. They may be ancient spirits or entities that are more.
What is happening?
The Fae are revealed to be more than lore. They may be ancient spirits or
That's
entities
like, I give up. I'm
that are
taking over.
using humans as vessels and exploiting the mortal realm.
Do you want to carry on?
I will try. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. That was brutal. My brain just wasn't working. Okay. Atta and Sonder devise a method combining autonomy.
Anatomy. What was that noise? That was like a silent scream. What was that?
It was
Me
a
saying
scream
the
for
F
help.
word without actually saying it. Okay. Anatomy. That's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
I struggle with that word. Atta and Sonder devise a method combining anatomy, botany, ritual, and folklore. Stop! And folklore to exorcise these fairy possessions using embalming fluid, iron, black salt, ritualistic elements, etc. At this time, Atta is kicked out of Trinity. Feeling like she has nowhere else to go, she ends up on Sonder's doorstep. They trace the origin of the plague to a portal in a hawthorn grove at Murdoch Manor. Sonder's home in the burial place of Sonder's parents under the wrong tree.
You did so good.
Bye.
I don't know what happened, guys.
You did it.
You did it.
Yay.
Sometimes reading out loud, like my brain versus my mouth.
It doesn't.
not
It
always-
doesn't follow. Like it doesn't line up.
No, there's like a disconnect.
There is a disconnect sometimes.
There's a very big
because you're like reading faster than you're speaking. I think.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
at least
not
that's how
to
it is for me
mention-
sometimes.
Not to mention the hard words I struggle with. Anatomy.
Anatomy.
Anatomy. Case in point, ritualistic, botany.
You
Those
said
are
them all just fine right there. Okay, let's discuss.
So dark academia, what are our expectations? Like, does dark academia, like, wow. It is.
That's your payback.
It's not just me.
I'm sorry for laughing at you.
What did you put in this drink, Cass? Did you
Okay,
drug us?
what expectations does a dark academia book bring, and how does the book meet or not meet those expectations?
I think that kind of setting brings a very spooky element. Like very spooky. I love the school setting. It kind of reminds me of Hogwarts. Like I envision something along those lines.
I was thinking Nocticadia.
Yeah.
Very
Like Victorian, dark, rich, like cherry woods.
Why
black
though? With the dark
gold.
academia, it's always a professor. It's always a
Always.
May-December relationship.
It is.
She is an older student. No,
Yeah.
like
It's
she's
not like a Pretty Little Liars situation.
No,
No,
she's not.
no.
Yeah, she was like there to be his
Assistant.
assistant.
his TA.
Yeah, so basically she wasn't even attending the school.
No, she was attending the school for the longest time and she still had like those feelings for him.
She was? Are you sure?
She was. I think he was just in a different section of the school teaching different classes.
Wait, are we talking about Exorcism of Faeries?
Yeah. I thought she was like not, she just worked with her parents.
No, so when she was growing up, she worked with her parents.
Yeah.
Then she went to Trinity.
Oh, right.
For whatever something happened,
Botany,
she
I
went
think.
home for however many years and then came back. She came back and pretty much picked up back where she was. But she had seen Sonder before as a student and he had stood out to her then. I think he was standing beside the fire and he was reading a book and he was like kind of
Yeah.
ignoring her, but she had like a flashback. She's like, he seems familiar, like something about him like tickled the
Right.
back of her
Yeah,
brain.
yeah.
And you're kind of thinking, oh, well, she knows him because he's part of the secret society. But she actually had seen him when he was a student because he read a book the same way. Like he was very absorbed into it. But because she had the morgue background, she was working at another morgue in Dublin.
Yes, and delivering
But then she was
these
stealing
corpses-
bodies
yeah, she
and
was
bringing
delivering
the corpses.
to, what was his name?
Gold Stitch.
Yes,
Yeah.
Gold Stitch was this guy that wore a plague mask, like a plague
So
doctor
creepy.
mask.
Yeah. Which
that she would-
if you saw our video,
Yeah.
we have a plague mask.
Exactly.
There.
She would deliver these bodies to him to research, and then yeah,
The secret society was looking to find a cure, more so because they wanted the
Recognition, I think.
recognition
Yeah.
of that.
yeah. So, do we think that this book meets the dark academia expectations?
I would say so.
I think so.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Now, as a dark romance,
No.
no.
Well, I don't really dabble in that, so I don't really know. But
I guess it would depend on what your expectation of a dark romance is.
We have dark expectations
Yeah, like to
of
us.
a dark romance. Like they're getting it on beside the dead bodies type of.
Yeah, like to us. Speaking of, I just read a scene in Unhinged like that. To us, it's not dark romance. I would say it's romance set in a dark academia setting.
Yes.
That would be the best way to describe it.
It is very much a typical romance, and it is more closed door than anything.
Yes.
There's not really a lot of spicy scenes.
No.
It's
Near the end,
alluding.
kind of, but not
yeah,
really.
but he's kind of like, she climbed up on top of me, and
Yes.
yeah, it's not the spiciest book I've read.
No.
Is it labeled as a dark romance then?
no,
Or-
I believe it is only labeled
says
as a dark,
dark
academia,
academia.
but I think some people have had an expectation of a dark romance as part of it, because I do think Nocticadia was a bit of a dark romance within.
It was definitely more dark romance.
I think if you went into it those expectations, you're not going to meet those expectations.
No.
Do you think like the setting being in Ireland helped anything of the story?
1,000%.
Yeah. If you're going to have a plague set within a country that ends up being fairies,
Yeah.
it's going to be Ireland.
100%.
What about Scotland though? Because I know in Outlander,
Scotland would do it as well.
yeah.
No, I think Ireland has a stronger background of the fairy lore.
Okay.
But it is very much prevalent in Scotland as well. But I would say like all of Ireland, whereas I think if you went to Scotland, like some of the major cities, Glasgow, Edinburgh, not as much.
Yeah.
Not as much steeped in kind of that background, but like I definitely would say the fairy lore is stronger in Ireland.
Agreed.
Do you think like the representation of fairies in the book, like I know in the the book, there's a diagram of what the fairies look like. They're kind of creepy. But is that like a representation of the fairies that are talked about in Ireland? Or is it more like human, like, you know, fae from Atta?
These ones sound creepier.
I think that would be the more folklore part of the fae. Like when you think of fairies and the fae in like other fantasy novels, they're basically like these ethereal human beings that can shapeshift, and they have different abilities and magical powers and stuff
Shadow
like that.
daddy.
Shadow daddies. Whereas I would say this is your more like traditional folklore fairy.
Yes. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Now, like, I've read a lot of fairy books even before fae and
The
fairies
fae?
were a thing. I don't know why, but since like I was little, I've always had like an intense fascination with Ireland, but it could be because I'm literally like 50% Scottish, 50% Irish.
Yep, that would do it.
And Nora Roberts, being one of my favorite authors, bases a lot of her books in Ireland. And so she's had a lot of kind of like, not a lot of like fairy lore, but she's had a lot of like Irish lore mixed in with some of like her books as well. And she does have ones that like mentioned like they're in Ireland, and you've got the fairies, and so everyone kind of has their different take on it. And like all of the books I've always read, there's always been a human like aspect to it, whereas these ones have more of a, like they're more creepier. Like I think they're kind of like described as like a skeletal.
Yes.
Yeah, the diagram in the book was very much a skeleton with wings.
Yeah.
We'll put a little picture up there.
I don't think mine had the diagram.
No?
No.
No. Okay, well,
Really?
I'll have to show you after.
How do we think the pacing of the book went as far as writing goes?
For me, I thought the pacing was good
Yeah.
up until the very end.
I'm with you
agree.
there. Yeah.
It felt
just
a little sloppy.
rushed.
Rushed.
slurry,
Well, yeah,
yeah.
not sloppy, just rushed.
Especially because it was so, I don't want to say it was slowly paced, but it was like increments. You got everything in increments, but then it kind of started to speed up because like more and more was happening. They were like, you know what I mean? They were figuring things out. And so like you were kind of like, it was slow, and it started building up, and you're getting like this faster, like more was happening. It was getting into a faster pace.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Bam.
I thought there was a fly or something, and you just like,
Mosquito.
yeah.
No, but that's good. But you know what I mean? And then you got like a snippet of, there was like almost like a little bit of a time jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got a snippet, and like that was it.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of like, you're like, oh,
Well, because I think they are doing a second book. I
get
feel like
better. There's so many. I have so many questions.
there's so many
like loose ends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just feel like I got whiplash reading what happened and how she kind of she sacrificed herself. And I was just like, what the
another
heck?
one.
First of all, how'd she know what to do? Why? Like, it
Yeah,
just
she was
didn't make
very
sense.
much going off of intuition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And there are so many questions. So I guess some people have interpreted the ending differently. How did you guys interpret the ending?
As a, like, what do you mean?
Like what she did and how I guess that portal was closed to
Right.
the fairy world.
Yeah.
To me, I saw it as like a severing. Like she severed that connection between the two worlds.
I just want to know how, because I still can't really grasp my head around what the heck happened.
I know.
Yeah, like it was described but not described at the same time.
Yeah,
Like
I
it
think Cheryl
was
had this issue too.
Yeah, like it was very much left to interpretation
Yeah.
of how you kind of saw that, and like there was no finality to it
No.
of,
Which
you
makes
know,
me feel like there's got to be something else coming.
yes. So there are some unresolved items that come from the book. Near the end, she's exorcising a fairy from this person's body, and they actually start to collect all these fairies. Is it the one that tries to escape, or does it escape? And it
does
calls
escape.
her
Yeah.
the daughter of two worlds.
Yeah.
But you don't get anything more than that,
No,
right?
how is she the daughter of two worlds? Like, I
You
don't
you
understand.
kind of have, because she's getting these visions,
Yeah.
and she has these weird ideas of what's going to work. Because like to me, her deciding that she's like, we're going to use black salt, we're going to use iron, we're going to use that, and I'm just like, but where is this coming from?
How do you know all of this?
Yeah, like it's almost like she just pulled these things out.
Yeah.
In my head, like that's how it read to me. It was just like I feel like some black salt and
do
and
we
she even
think
talked about
she
closing
lived
her
in the-
eyes,
in
like
the fairy realm? at one
Well,
point?
I'd say that one of her parents is a fairy.
That could be.
That
yeah.
could be.
But if they're
Well, that's-
tiny,
what the heck? How would that even work?
I was just gonna say, if they're
Yeah.
tiny, how does that happen?
It's not like a reasoned fae.
Unless like one
Rosand.
of her parents is like possessed by a fairy.
That would probably be the only thing. Like if they were possessed with the plague while pregnant with her, and she was like half fairy, half.
But then
'Cause
how
what
would
if-
they get out of that alive? Because
I don't know.
the host always dies.
But you have to think though, in any war, alien or otherwise, there's always search parties that happen first.
Right.
People who are sent in to kind of test the waters. What if one of her parents was a test subject?
Oh,
can
could
we
be.
take over the human body? What happens if we reproduce?
Yep.
That's fair.
How does that happen? You know what I mean? Like, how does
Yeah.
that work? Because they want to take over the human world because we're given the impression that their world is dying.
Right.
So there's not just going to be all of a sudden we're all going to invade the mortal world.
Right.
Like, I think there's got to be like can we invade the mortal
And
world
how do
and
we do
how are we
this?
going to do
Yeah.
it?
I also want to know why their world is dying. I don't think we got any details about
No,
that.
but it was in one of her visions.
Yeah. So why is the world dying? I want to know the answer too. I also didn't know, like, did she pull that stuff out from thin air, or was there any mention of her reading books on folklore?
I think they were reading some, but from the recipes and stuff that she was coming up with, and then they were coming up with their own. If they're level 1,
Oh, right. Okay.
exorcism, level
Right.
2, level 3, level
Right.
4, right? And it was like, okay, well, you can't do this. Like, it was like a completely different recipe for each level.
Yeah.
And to
Interesting.
me, that didn't make sense. It was almost like they weren't really testing things out. It's like they went in and then she would get this like feeling of what would work.
Right. She'd touch them and then have a vision.
Yeah,
I
it
think,
was
or
just
something
weird.
like that.
It was really weird. And they never really described, like her visions and why she could see.
Why she was having them.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was also a discussion of like a patient 0. It said in the book that Saunders' mom opened the door to the portal and that, yes, she was possessed, but she wasn't tagged as patient 0. So is this important?
He told her like that he's pretty sure his parents were first, but
Yeah.
they weren't patient 0.
No.
So who's patient 0?
Exactly. So is that going to be important to the story, or
Maybe
is it just
she's
kind of
patient 0 and doesn't remember.
And then it says that the portal was opened.
I haven't thought of that.
Do
It
you
just kind
think?
of came to me out of thin air.
Yeah, maybe. That's why she
Yeah.
has these visions.
Yeah, she's the first one.
Maybe they don't even know who patient 0 is. And every document they're talking about a patient 0, knowing that there was someone first, but they don't know who it was,
Right.
Yeah, maybe it's her.
or her parent, one of her parents.
Yeah.
Someone in her family line.
Yeah.
And like, how was it opened? Because they talk about Saunders'
Mom
parents.
and her and that book. That
Yeah.
book had something to do with it.
being buried in the wrong
Under the wrong tree.
the wrong tree. So
Yeah.
was that the portal that opened it up to more?
It was very confusing. Like there were certain
Yeah.
parts of like the book that was very confusing, I found.
There's just like a lack of information or a lack of cause to
Yes.
the things that were happening.
Yeah.
which I think that's why I'm like I'm pretty sure there's for sure a book 2 coming out, and I hope that we would get more answers.
I will say it was well
look it
written. It was a good book. It was very like it was different, a different take on fae and fairies and the lore of Ireland. I just have so many questions,
Yeah, me too.
and
There's so
I
many
don't like
questions.
no, I don't like ending a book with questions. So there better be a second book.
Okay, so apparently JL Vampa has confirmed that a sequel is in development along with special editions for the first book. So
Better be.
book 2 is confirmed to be in the works, but it has not yet been released or named. Okay, good.
So she's writing it.
Yeah, it's in the works.
You know what else is in the works? The second book to Spellcaster. That's I'm looking forward to that one over this one, to be
I'm
honest.
excited too.
Also another well-written book that's not super spicy
Yet.
It has the potential.
Well, there was more spice in that book than
Oh yeah, 100%.
Exorcism of Faeries, for
100%.
sure.
Logan's just
Yeah.
he's got to be one of my favorite characters this year.
Oh.
Really? I feel like I didn't get to know him enough to make
But
him.
I don't know the
make the
allure.
work.
I
of
think
him?
that's the point.
the mystery.
The
Yeah.
mystery
The
of
history.
him.
The mystery of the history.
But I
He's kinda giving me Zayden
desperately, yes, I desperately want, because they are supposed to be enemies.
Yes.
I desperately want his point of view.
I think that will
Which
come in the second
I
book for sure.
really hope so.
I love when, like, just like Two Twisted Crowns, that is the sequel to One Dark Window.
The duo
You-
POV.
Yeah, you get way more points, like
Yeah.
POVs in that book. not even like the specific main characters, but more so the side characters. And they, like, their point of views were so good. Like, I like them more than the original main characters.
Yeah, you need
and I
to
feel
read
like
those books.
I do.
Yeah, Nate's gonna buy me the special editions for Christmas if you
They're
want to borrow
so
them.
beautiful.
Yes, I want those too bad. So bad. Anyway, so I feel like in the second book of Spellcaster, Logan's point of view, please, God, let it be in there. It's going to be fantastic.
Yes.
I
please.
hope it kind of starts with some background, though, of either their connection when they were little, his point of view from that.
Like his memories or something.
Yeah, or his point of view of seeing her again. And then kind of like a prologue of seeing her again, how he was feeling, what he was thinking, and then back into kind of where the story was going.
Yeah.
But I do have questions with that one as well. So, but we'll
get into
we
that.
can discuss.
We will discuss
Yes.
that in a different episode.
Assistant to the villain, the villain. His name is like kind of kept a secret. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but
Why not?
like the banter and his comebacks, I was laughing out loud yesterday. It was so good, and I need you guys to read that book so we can do an episode
I
about it.
truly love a good like FMC or MMC like dialogue.
Yes.
Like if the dialogue is good and there's like minimal spice, that will keep me going.
That's
They do
exactly
have
it.
the dual point of views for the Stay a Spell series.
Yeah.
It is more towards her, but you get his as well.
little dabble.
And I do enjoy knowing what's going through their head, especially because you can kind of get the two sides where she's like, what the heck is going through his head? And he's like, I want to fuck her.
That's exactly what's happening. Basically.
That is what's going through my head.
Like she thinks he's angry all the time, and he's just like, he has some
He's
sort of like
battling with
admiration.
himself to like,
Sorry. If you haven't noticed, I have a bit of a cold I'm battling right now. So
I actually can't hear it.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like
No.
I'm so nasally right now.
No, I can't hear it. Anyway, yeah, such good banter. She's like chaotic in the best way and says
Yeah.
basically whatever's on her mind, and he's
Nice.
just like, I don't know.
in Spellcaster, he is battling with himself of like his.
She's talking about assistant to the villain.
I know she
Oh,
is.
okay.
Yeah,
But even
We're
like
back on Logan.
even with the always practice safe hex, like you go to his side and he's literally battling with like
There's
how much
always
he
a-
wants her,
yeah,
and
there's
she's
always
like
an
this
internal battle.
grumpy, like motherfucker,
Miserable
really, yeah.
twat.
I wish it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that in real life though, because like our significant others are probably having grumpy moments all the time, and
Oh,
we're just
Ty
like,
definitely is grumpy.
But they're
all
just
the
they're just
irritable.
straight. It's not because he wants me so badly.
time. Just straight so rude to me.
straight up grumpy old man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Zach's worked every single day since we've moved. Yesterday was his first day that he's actually had off of work.
Yeah.
And of course, we're just like focusing on getting the house done and
Yeah.
unpacked. And he was definitely a little in his feels.
Oh, I bet.
Like good way.
No.
Oh
no.
Oh no.
But I
Okay.
think he was just like, he wanted to like do what he wanted to do and relax. And I was like, well, I'd love to do what I want to do and relax.
you can't
too.
really do that with two kids under like 2, right?
It was just like, I kind of said to
Harrison
like,
will be 3
yeah, he's gonna be
Okay.
3. And
Well, still.
in like 10 days. It feels like.
have I been a mom for like
Is it
almost
10
3
days?
years? Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you're a parent, which I don't know, but just from what you've told me, it's the most selfless thing you can do. So sorry, Zach, you got
Right?
can't do what you want to do no more,
Well,
bro.
it's not- and I think he just wanted
He's
to
gonna
like
come
hang
for
out
you
with the
so
kids
hard
too,
for
but
that.
like it's just you can't get anything done with them, and it's so hard because they are so messy. I love my kids, but the kids are messy, and
You turn around and there's a new mess.
I'm a slightly OCD person, and the mess of kids took a lot for me to adapt to when Harrison was born.
You don't say you're OCD, eh?
Yeah. Slightly.
Just a smidgen?
I got a little bit of a hint of that.
Just a wee?
just a wee hint.
Sometimes it comes out in public.
Here and there.
Yeah, but I've definitely had to relax on that a little bit because you have no choice because like, and especially now because we have 3 floors, Harrison, like I have like toys in their
He's got
rooms,
3 messes
toys
to
down there.
make.
Yeah. And then
In
I have like a play
different
area in the
areas.
basement and it's like the upstairs toys make it down to the basement, but it's like 2 pieces from every single thing it goes to like a different floor and I can just feel myself.
Oh.
And then there's so many stairs and you have to climb now.
Oh, gosh.
That's frustrating.
But yeah. So when you try to like when you add unpacking mess on top of children mess, on top of normal everyday dishes, things like that, it's like it's just too much.
Overwhelming.
It is.
I think I'd flip a lid.
I just wanted it done so that I could just have regular mess.
Yeah, for sure. I can get that.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm like, if we have a bunch of dishes from the previous day and like I ask Nate, can you like help me with the dishes? And he's like, yeah, later. I'm like,
No, I don't want to look at them anymore.
now so I can relax.
Yeah.
And then I start doing them like typical wife fashion. And he's just like,
I don't.
It's
What
always got to be on your timeline.
I saw online the other day. It was like when a person who needs to get jobs done before they can relax marries a person who needs to relax before they get jobs done. And I'm like, that's us. Because Zach's always like, I want to relax first, or he wants to go for a nap. I'm like, if you go for a nap, this isn't getting done.
It's never getting done.
Yeah. My favorite thing is the later. So I saved a salsa jar because I wanted a jar to make like iced coffee and iced chai tea lattes in instead of like going out and buying one. I was like, I have this huge salsa jar. Like, why not use that? But when I took the label off and tried to wash it, like all the goo from the sticker was stuck to it. And so I was like, Nate, I need help. And he's like, oh yeah, leave it there. I'll do it later today.
Just go to the dollar store. They're like $2, Susie.
No, if I have a jar, I was going to use it. So I didn't have to spend money. And then it was just going to go in the recycling. Anyway, I like the jar, okay? I like the jar.
That's not the point.
Not the point. I like the jar. So it's like, I left it there on the counter.
It's a salsa jar.
It's still jar.
Just without their label.
Like a old El Paso, because you can't get some pretty salsa jars.
Yeah, they're like, it was like this tall. It was just a typical salsa jar, but big. And I left it there and it sat there for a week. A week, guys. Every day I'd ask, oh yeah, later. Later never comes.
See, this is where I
have a really nice
I
mason
went
jar
to the
that you
dollar
could
store.
have had.
You threw it out, didn't you?
No, I still have it sitting on my counter. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
Give it to me. I want a set of 4.
I have a set of 4.
They only have
Mason
one
jars?
of the big ones. But
Yeah.
I need to get rid of some mugs to make room for all my new mason jars then.
I have so many mugs. Ty and I have an actual problem with buying mugs.
And shoes.
So I would say
Oh my gosh, shoes.
that's true.
Listen.
Actually, you guys have a runner's problem as well.
I like my shoes.
And so does Ty.
I know. We like our shoes.
White and black specifically.
Yeah.
Vans, Converse,
Nikes.
yeah. Crocs.
Nikes for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of Nikes there.
I do. You'll be proud of me. Want a pair of like brown cream Adidas Gazelles.
Okay. I don't know if that makes me proud of you, but
Yeah, that's a
But they're not black and white.
but I appreciate.
Thank you.
Nice.
I haven't bought them yet, but
I'm sure by the next episode you will have.
no, they're on back order. So that's the only reason.
I have shoes from
Ads all making
Vessi.
sense
I'm loving
now.
right now.
The Vessies?
The Vessies. Yes. I have another pair coming. So good.
They're at my mom's house. I saw them yesterday.
Yeah. I'm getting them tomorrow when we go to her house for your birthday thing.
Today, you mean?
Today. Yes, today. Today. All right.
Susie was gonna come on Monday and be like all by herself.
Yes, today I'll get them. But I've been wearing my other ones religiously. Love it. Anyway,
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are you liking those?
so good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Are they
really
super
like
comfortable.
them. They're comfortable, but also I like there's a beige brown like tan trim on the bottom. So like with my outfit today, wearing all brown, I walked to Subway with them earlier today, and it just made me feel put together.
I like
You're
it.
giving Vessi free promos here.
That's okay.
We'll take a pair.
Take
I want a pair for traveling.
They're good.
They've been in my travel cart for a
way
while.
too long.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to the.
Oh, that was a big segue.
That was a huge segue.
Hope you guys like shoes.
Yeah.
Do we have any other thoughts on Exorcism of Faeries before we wrap things up a little bit?
Did we talk about what's going on in Fairyland?
No.
Well, we don't really know, right?
We don't know.
Because
What do we
she's
think
got that
is going on?
What's your theories? Yeah. Like, let's
Of-
discuss theories.
I wonder, because so she mentions that there's different types of fairies. There's been like this huge war amongst them, and then the war is what's kind of ruined their world.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Or if like some of them are going extinct and they need hosts to like.
But she's mentioned that things are dying there.
Right.
You know what I think? This is my theory, and you guys are going to love me for
I'm
it.
ready.
Think Tinkerbell.
Oh, jeez.
A lack of belief. Killing
Oh.
them. People didn't think about the fairies as a possible reason for the plague.
You know what? It would make sense because when you see the picture of the fairies, they're like basically bones with wings.
But
Like they're skeletons with
in
wings.
the
Yeah.
olden days, there did used to be like such a belief in, especially like changelings, the fairies, like that they were the reason for a lot of things. And then you've got like the child wonder of fairies. like all of that. But these days, no one even really thinks that way. Like they would leave offerings or things to dispel. But I wonder if like all those things kind of, maybe work to build up their world.
Yep.
Gave them that punch of magic and kind of like Santa Claus.
Yeah. That was like Tinkerbell, you know? She started dying in Peter Pan when no one believed in her.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I don't think that, like, I think regardless of the reason of why their world is dying, I think that's why they have come to the mortal lands. But yeah.
Do we have any thoughts?
I like the story, wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
I have thoughts.
All right.
I need answers.
Yes.
That's my thoughts.
Yes.
We're with you
We
there.
need answers.
Yeah.
Now.
Yes.
Please.
Maybe we should get an interview
favor.
with JL Vampa on this
Were you
podcast.
just going to call her Jail Lampa?
No, my brain's still recovering from the stroke I had earlier.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. That was
painful.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Beth had to take over. I don't know if it's going to be cut out or
She
not.
literally got so sick of you. She's like, I'm
wasn't getting sick. I
was
just
her
thought, I
OCD.
just thought I would help a girl
no,
out.
her eye was twitching. I saw it out of my peripherals. She's like,
I didn't know what's happened. That hasn't happened to me ever.
I know, that's why it was so weird. It usually happens to you and I.
I was just
like,
like, it happens to me all the time.
but Susie's usually like, tra-la-la.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's why it was painful for me. So I was like, she's usually so perfect.
I know.
Over here.
It's usually us that's
Sorry
the
to
chaos.
disappoint.
No, it makes you more human.
So we did this a bit on the last episode.
We did a little bit, but we compared them where,
Yeah.
what if we did a little, a rating?
A rating?
So in Chili Peppers, if you could rate the spice of this book, what would you rate it?
0.
I'm going to
Wait.
give it 0.5.
I was going to say the same thing,
Yeah.
0.5.
0.5.
Okay, 0.5.
Because there
It's typically
was
basically
a
0.
little spice near
It
the
wasn't,
end.
it wasn't completely closed. There
Wasn't
was a
clo-
little
yeah,
hint.
there was some
There's a hint.
descriptions, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you give the writing of the story?
3.5.
I'm going to say a good, 3.25.
I was going to give it a 4. I actually thought it was well written.
I did think it was well written.
Yeah, it's just like the
I think it
ending
could have
was-
been better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely some things that I think are so convoluted that you can't wrap your head around what's actually happening. Those are probably like the points I actually found the harder part. Like everyone can mess up an ending.
Yeah.
I think honestly, like endings can a lot of times ruin books. But yeah, like during like just your regular dialogue of the book, if you can't get across what you're trying to have your readers envision, that's some poor writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Yep.
What about the plot in Stars?
4.
yeah,
I like
I'd
the
give it a
plot.
4.
Very
say
unique
4.
concept, I think.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I really liked it was a different take, a different concept, a different take on the dark academia.
I liked that it was more folklore
Yeah.
inspired.
Yeah.
When I was reading the Exorcism of Faeries, like when I saw I was thinking literal, like the fairies that were.
I actually think this book is very well named.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
because I like a good folklore.
Yeah.
Story.
I
So it
remember-
was kind of cool.
I remember you asking me, you're like, have the fairies come in yet? Like, what's with the name? And it's like, oh yeah, the fairies come in. They're just like in there later.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they've
yeah.
been in there all along.
When you kind of wonder, and you kind of wonder
yeah.
if like they mean something else by fairies, like is it
Yeah.
actually fairies? And then I was kind of thinking something else, like they were going to name like the plague, you know what I mean, like something along the fairy line,
Yeah.
or. But yeah, I was like, oh, like these are actually fairies. I still with
And
the
like
name was not
creepy
expecting
little
it.
fairies.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, the diagram threw me off. I was like,
diagram.
this is not, yeah, diagram right there. It threw me off for sure. I
Yeah.
was like, this is creepy. I don't know if I want to read this.
That's what I'm saying. They look like little mini skeletons with
Yeah.
like wings.
Yeah,
Yeah, that bury themselves in your body,
little-
make plants come out of every hole and crevice.
It's so creepy. Make your veins turn black.
Yeah, not the
Yeah.
beautiful little star dusting balls of energy that
No.
we're used to.
yeah.
Exactly. Not your wings of starlight nonsense.
You know what time it is.
Spice check. Cass, you have to join us in on that.
Why? It's just like some heavy breathing. Kind of what you do during sex scenes.
Yeah.
In my books,
Yeah.
By
I
yourself?
don't do that. I just go.
I'm pretty sure I breathe.
look
I'm actually
around,
pretty
like-
sure I breathe like quieter.
You're like, yeah. I stop breathing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, woo.
And then the second time when I do my reread, then it's like,
Right, who wants to go first?
Well, I went first last time, so you guys can go first this time.
Who hasn't
Cass,
gone
you said
first in
it,
a
you
while?
had a nice.
I have a really
chunky
long
one
one.
for
It's
us.
a chunky one.
Yeah.
It's girthy. It's girthy.
You can give it to me, baby.
Okay, so this one is from Stop. And all the pretty girls say I'm fly for a white guy. Sorry, I had to.
Can't breathe heavenly, but she can sing.
You know, we all have our talents.
Or rap? Is there more of a
Whatever
rap?
that was. Whatever that was.
a sap.
Yeah, that's what I can do. Okay, so this is from Unhinged, a dark wide shoes romance. Page 133. I need to hear you say it, little killer.
Sorry.
Right as I'm in the mode. I need to hear you say it, little killer. Tell me you want me. Tell me you need me to touch you like no one else has before. I need you, she breathes out. Please. I smirk, my eyes closing as I replay the words in my head. I wish I could record them so I could listen to her again and again, since you asked so nicely. Leaning forward, I place a kiss to her inner thigh first, listening to the ragged sounds that escape her lips. I make a trail along her hips, kissing and running my tongue along her skin. When I complete my semicircle route, I flick my tongue out, slowly running it over her clit. She nearly throws us both off the bed with the tiny movement, her body jolting so much in response that my hands automatically reach for her hips. Holding her still, I taste her again, groaning deeply as my senses explode with the flavor of her on my tongue.
Whoa.
4.75.
Oh.
I'm going to go same.
Really?
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was descriptive, eh?
Yeah.
It was
I
good.
ran out of breath there at the end.
The only
have any
reason I wouldn't
swear
give you a
words?
5 is because I'm still shocked by Susie's
That
last
was
week.
When I listened to it again, like before it comes out tomorrow, when I listened to it when we were
Yeah.
listening, I was like, wow.
I know.
Hearing it
you
again?
hear it again. I still was like,
Like hearing it in real time, I was like, but then hearing it like through your speaker, you were like,
You wouldn't expect it to come from me.
and it just kept going.
Yeah, this one's pretty long too that I
that's,
have.
That's the
but
other thing. She just kept going.
I think
and
nothing
going.
will top that one quote, but this is pretty good too. Do you want to go, Beth, or do you want me to go?
Doesn't matter. I'm ready.
You can go.
paper,
Yeah, go
scissors.
ahead.
So I've got one from Witches Get Stitches. This is page 26.
Okay.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Quick into it.
Yeah. His wolf green eyes flickered up at me as he eased forward, sliding the tip of his middle finger along my slit. Whoa. He nuzzled my inner thigh with his nose. I want to drown in your scent, he said, voice having dropped several octaves. Be my guest. So he did. He gave me one long slide of his hot tongue while holding my gaze. My fingers clenched tighter in his hair on instinct, dragging a growl from deep in his throat. I whimpered as he went to work, lapping at me with fierce licks and sucks, driving me like a freight train on fire towards climax.
Okay.
Dang. I'm going to go 4.75 for that too.
Yeah.
That's good too.
I'm gonna do 4.85.
Wow. That's
That is
very,
very
specific. Never heard that one before.
You know.
Wow. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I like it. All right.
All right,
You guys
Susie.
ready? This is from
You have a
Burning
lot
Daylight.
to live up to now.
I
after the
do. I
last
think that
one.
was a one-time wonder thing. But this is Burning Daylight, Emily McIntyre, page 312. You think I don't worry every single second that even thinking too much about you will take you away from good? His words slam into my chest and burrow deep. Stop thinking about me then, I say breathlessly before I put my hands around his neck and drag him down to me. He grunts into my mouth, his hands sliding along the sides of my body and cupping underneath my ASS. And sorry, guys. And I'm not sure who does what when, but somehow we end up with my back against the trunk of a tree, his hips flush against mine. Impossible, he rasps. You're all I think about. I can feel him, thick and hard and pressed right up against me. He thrusts once, his hips grinding into mine, and even through our clothes, his cock slides right where I need him.
You mean not his COCK?
No, that's not a swear word. My body jolts, the bark of the tree scratching my skin. The pain feels kind of good and my head spins from lust. He laves kisses down my neck, licks a stripe over my pulse point, and then bites just enough to make me whimper.
Nice.
Yeah, there's more, but I'm not going to keep going.
Oh.
That's it. That's all I'm going to read. It doesn't top the last one, which I'm aware, but
No, I would give it a 4.
yeah, it's still
I
high.
would give it a 4.5, I think.
It's
so.
higher than like my previous episode.
I did.
Yes,
I
yes.
did actually.
You
highlight
you
it
have
here.
been extra spicy.
You guys told me to up my game, so
You
it's not
did.
your check. It's a spice
did.
check.
It took you a few episodes, but you finally listened.
We made it. I did actually highlight a good urine quote for you.
Oh, I appreciate.
If you want to me to
Urine
read it. And it's
check.
actually from the Why Choose romance that I'm reading.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
If you want, we don't have to do anything today. I just want to make sure you're comfortable because if I'm being honest, Avery, I'm addicted to you and I have no intention of stopping. If that's okay with you, of course.
That's a good urine one.
It's cute.
Yeah.
And what book's that from?
Unhinged.
Oh,
Yeah, they're all supposed to be psychotic, so that's very out of character.
I
for
know.
Psycho.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, one of the men's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
that's pretty good.
I was like, Susie will like that one. That one's
That's
cute.
very Susie of you.
Very Susie.
I
Yes.
appreciate.
So that's it. That's all we got.
That's all we got for you today.
Yeah.
That's all we got. I hope you enjoyed this episode today. I feel like they're going to be more chaotic as we go on.
We are definitely getting more comfortable in our chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We what's the word? What's the word I'm thinking about?
Relax.
Frick, my brain.
It's gone.
That's pressure, Beth. Never mind. We embrace
Beautiful
the chaos.
day here, and
That's the word. That's the word. I found the word. We embrace it. We embrace the chaos now.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
we've definitely embraced it. You can find us on YouTube as well as anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Please give us a follow, subscribe, leave us 5 stars, only 5 stars. Please also leave us very nice comments. We like nice comments. We've gotten some wonderful comments from some of our watchers
Yeah.
and listeners.
And we
Our
always,
viewers.
Yeah, viewers.
That's our watchers.
We always try and respond to everyone because we appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I genuinely love seeing some of the comments that we've gotten, and like not even just like they're not just like little blips of comments. We've gotten some beautifully well written,
Thought out comments,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
will address the questions that have been asked in those
we
comments.
have actually had a few comments that we do need to address here on the podcast. Maybe that's something that we'll have to come back to on the next episode. And we've gotten some recommendations, and I've really enjoyed some of them. So thank you.
yeah. Thank you for
Appreciate it.
caring.
Thank you for listening to us.
Yeah.
And
we
actually
appreciate it.
subscribing.
You know, maybe one day we'll be big enough and have like a podcast studio. We've got dreams, guys.
We got
We
big
do.
dreams.
And
We
you
need your
guys are the
help.
key to
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah, come along with us on this ride.
We want to do merch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the fun
Merch would
things.
be fun.
All the fun things.
We want to do giveaways.
We do. Yeah. I mean, I already have something ready for a giveaway. So
Oh yeah, you do.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I have probably a ton of books that I can unhaul and give to people that are in pristine condition.
So if you've listened to our earlier episodes, you will know that I am a lover of Nora Roberts. So that's all I'm going to give as a hint as my giveaway.
Amazing.
Anyways, thank you for joining in on this episode with us today, however chaotic it was.
Keep your glass, your bookshelf, and your TBR full.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.